Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Yves Bissouma urged to snub Arsenal this summer amid transfer links for Brighton star, and then we're going to look at Arsenal facing James Maddison transfer stalemate as Gunners ignore Leicester demands. So the first transfer headline states that Yves Bissouma urged to snub Arsenal this summer amid transfer links for Brighton star. So the reports are stating that the Mali international Yves Bissouma has been linked with the switch to Arsenal over the course of the last few months, and a former Brighton ace has told him to stay for at least another year. Also in the midst of a midfield shake-up with Martin Odegaard, Dani Ceballos and Matteo Guendouzi all departing the Emirates Stadium this summer, the former two both returned pair at Club Real Madrid following loan stints at the Emirates Stadium, and the latter left for French side Marseille on a loan deal that includes an obligation to buy in 12 months. The Gunners have since added Belgian maestro Albert Sambi Lokonga to their ranks, but they may still be quite light in the middle of the park, especially when you consider Hale graduate Joe Willock could also be on his way out of the club this month. Chief Executive Edu has been thought to have held an interest in Wolves' Ruben Neves, as well as Brighton ace Yves Bissouma, who revealed back in January was highly admired by the North London club. And a close friend of the Mali international was stating that he loves the Premier League and would choose to join Arsenal over any other Premier League club if they made a move for him. However, former Brighton star Brian Horton has urged Yves Bissouma to snub advances from the Gunners and stay at the Amex Stadium for at least another year. I think it will do him good to stay at Brighton and help him progress for another season. If he is good enough, all the big boys come knocking again, he told Sister Title Sussex Live. Eventually, people have to sell. It is like Jadon Sancho going for £73 million to Manchester United. Did Borussia Dortmund want to sell him? They made a massive profit. Can you stand in his way and refuse that kind of money? You have to weigh everything up with transfers. Can you hold on to a player that is not happy like the Harry Kane situation now? He wants to go. It's a very difficult process. Agents have a bigger say more than ever. I think Yves Bissouma would benefit with having another season with Brighton in the Premier League. Considering Swiss deep-lying playmaker Granit Xhaka looks set to stay at Arsenal, a move for Yves Bissouma, who the Athletic claim would command a £40 million transfer fee, looks unlikely this summer unless the Gunners can offload several fringe players before the end of the month. So it looks like Yves Bissouma urged to snub Arsenal this summer amid transfer links for Brighton star. And Yves Bissouma was a player that has been linked heavily to the Gunners from the start of the summer transfer window, but as the summer transfer window progressed, the links to Yves Bissouma cooled down. But Yves Bissouma for me will be a great addition, but the way Arsenal have been moving throughout the transfer market by giving Granit Xhaka a new contract extension and giving other midfielders such as the likes of Sambi Lokonga bringing him to the club and the likes of Joe Willock looking likely to leave and Ainsley Maitland-Niles' future playing as a midfielder, it looks even more unlikely that Arsenal will make Yves Bissouma as a transfer priority and focus on other attacking positions first. So this nicely takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that Arsenal facing James Maddison transfer stalemates as Gunners ignore Leicester demands. So the reports are stating that Leicester City midfielder James Maddison has been heavily linked with the summer move to the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal are not prepared to beat Leicester City's asking price for James Maddison this summer, according to reports. The Gunners have recently been linked with a big money move for the 24-year-old, who has established himself as one of the Premier League's most coveted playmakers in recent years. Arsenal are in desperate need of additional creativity following the departure of Real Madrid loanee Martin Odegaard at the end of last season. Emile Smith-Rowe is capable of occupying the attacking midfield role, but the 20-year-old could benefit from sharing his duties with an experienced operator to aid his development. James Maddison has been tipped as the ideal solution for Arsenal, with the former Norwich City man helping Leicester to achieve European qualification with a top 5 Premier League finish last season. Mikel Arteta is believed to be a keen admirer of the midfielder, and it remains to be seen whether the Spaniard will continue to push for his services this summer. Also reportedly seen a player plus cash offer rejected by Leicester, who are said to be holding out for a transfer fee in excess of £60 million. However, the Gunners are not intending to meet the Foxes' demands, according to Football.London. It has been reported that Reece Nelson, Joe Willer, Canadian Kitty have all been offered to Leicester in recent weeks in order to find a compromise. Despite Arsenal's efforts, the East Midlands clubs have rebuffed their advances and will refuse to sell unless a suitable cash-only bid is tabled. The current state of play suggests that James Maddison will stay at Leicester ahead of the new season, with Arsenal having already spent around £73 million since the beginning of the transfer window. Ben White, Albert Sabila Conga and Nuno Tavares became the club's newest recruits earlier this summer after joining from Brighton and Hove Albion, Anderlecht and Benfica respectively. Leicester boss Brendan Rodgers recently admitted that he is confident of keeping James Maddison for at least another season, underlining the midfielder's importance to the club. I believe that he will stay, the 48-year-old told reporters ahead of Saturday's meeting with Manchester City for the Community Shield. He's working very hard in training. Clearly there's gossip and speculation at this time of year, but he's an important member of our squad. Hopefully this year he can show the real top player that he is. Brendan Rodgers has previously spoken of his desire to retain Leicester's best players, with the Foxes under no financial pressure to sell up this summer. In conversations with the club, we don't have to sell. That's something that's been made clear, he said when quizzed on any potential outgoings last month. The players want to stay. It's a really exciting time at the club. There's lots of gossip and speculation around, but I'm loving working with the guys here. They love being here, and we certainly have no need to sell, so I suspect we are looking to keep our best players. So it looks like Arsenal facing James Maddison transfer stalemate as Gunners ignore Leicester demand. So we can clearly see that Fabrizio Romano himself has confirmed that Arsenal will be signing a creative midfielder throughout the summer transfer window. That will be the first priority, and that will probably be the next signing of McLaughlin the summer transfer window. And Leicester City want £60 million, but the Gunners are trying everything they can by putting in swap deals, trying to bring in some negotiations. But if Arsenal splash the cash, they will be able to get James Maddison, in my opinion, and that's what Leicester City wants. And when it comes to them keeping their best players, I think they will sell James Maddison this summer if Arsenal splash the cash. So we will have to wait and see how Arsenal will use the summer transfer window in the end. Make sure you check out the FA Cup post using the special link I've put below in the description, and smash that like button to see if you can reach 30 likes. Also subscribe for more daily videos and share the video with your Arsenal friends and family. Click one of the latest videos on the screen and I'll see you there.